Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to class. This is the second revision lecture of monthly test, and in this lecture we will revise main topics of chapter number 6, that is enzymes. So let's start today's lecture. Let's start with enzymes. What are enzymes? Enzymes are basically, there are three types of molecules that make up all living organisms. These are carbohydrates, proteins and lipids, and enzymes belong to the category of proteins. Enzymes are protein molecules that speed up different chemical reactions that occur inside a living organism, and these chemical reactions are called metabolism or biochemical reactions. They are enzymes, they speed up a reaction but they do not change during the reaction. It means they do not act as reactants or substrate, but they are only helpers during a chemical reaction. Enzymes can also be called biocatalysts because biocatalysts, they act as catalyst. Catalyst means they speed up a reaction or catalyze it without being used, and bio means they are occurring inside living organisms. Reactants are in enzymes. Reactants are called as substrate. Substrate is that chemical substance that is being changed into product. Here in this picture you can see that enzyme, when it will attach with substrate at particular site, it will change it to a product. Enzyme, they are involved in different chemical reactions, and here what is the main process that enzymes carry out? They lower the activation energy of different processes. They lower the activation energy of different chemical reactions. Now what is activation energy? Activation energy is that amount of energy that we require to start a chemical reaction. We can take the example of a kick. To start a motorbike, the kick here acts as the activation. It provides the activation energy to start the burning of fuel in the engine of that motorbike. So every reaction, every biochemical reaction that occurs in your body, it requires a particular amount of energy to start. So enzymes, they lower that activation energy. What does enzymes do? They lower that activation energy. If a reaction, for example, it requires 10 joules of energy to start, whereas an enzyme catalyzed reaction, it will require only 1 or 2 joules of energy. Here, as you can see in this diagram, a uncatalyzed reaction, it requires large amount of energy, whereas an enzyme catalyzed reaction, it requires less activation energy. So in that way they speed up the chemical reaction. There are two major types of enzymes: intracellular enzymes and extracellular enzymes. Intracellular enzymes are those enzymes that are released inside the cell. They are produced inside cell and they are being used inside cell, just like enzymes of glycolysis that are present inside cytoplasm. And extracellular enzymes, they are the enzymes that are present in different cavities in your body, just like stomach cavity. Here is enzyme pepsin. Enzyme is secreted in stomach cavity for digestion of proteins. The next topic is characteristics of enzymes. There are 7 major characters of enzymes. They are proteins in nature, proteins, or they are amino acids. Amino acids are small units that make up a protein molecule. They speed up a chemical reaction. Enzymes are very specific. For one chemical reaction, there is one enzyme for that particular chemical reaction. Just like pepsin is involved in the breakdown of proteins, and amylase is involved in the breakdown of carbohydrates. So now pepsin cannot work on carbohydrates or amylase cannot work on proteins. So every enzyme is specific in its function. What about active site? Active site is that portion of enzyme which binds with substrate and it is directly involved in chemical reaction. Otherwise the rest of the enzyme, it is not involved in with substrate. Inhibitors, some molecules, they or some enzymes, they work as inhibitors or activators. Inhibitors are those that inhibit or stop a chemical reaction, and activators are those that activate or speed up a chemical reaction. So enzymes can work as both, and enzymes are regulated by such chemicals that work as inhibitors and activators. Metabolic pathways. What are metabolic pathways? In all organisms, specifically in humans and mammals, different functions are carried out by metabolic pathways. Just like digestion of food, it is a stepwise process and it involves many enzymes. Not single enzyme can carry digestion of complete digestion, but multiple enzymes are involved in digestion of a single bite. Just like amylase and pepsin, they are just two examples of those enzymes. So enzymes, they work in sequences and metabolic pathways for digestion of food. What are cofactors? Enzymes, we have discussed that enzymes are proteins in nature, but small part of enzyme, it is non-protein part. In it may be different in different types of enzymes. That non-protein part of enzyme, it is called cofactor. It can be a metal ion or inorganic, or it can be an organic product. So further, organic cofactors, they have two branches: prosthetic group and coenzymes. If the organic cofactor is tightly bound with enzyme, it is called prosthetic group. If the organic cofactor is loosely attached with enzyme, it is called coenzymes. And coenzymes, they are responsible for transport of chemicals in a metabolic pathway. The examples of coenzymes are riboflavin, thymine, and folic acid. The last topic of this chapter is mechanism of enzyme action, how enzymes work. There are two different scientists who presented their two different theories that both of these theories are still valid, but induced fit model is more accurate than lock and key model. Here enzymes work by a specific method that enzyme binds with substrate and a temporary ES complex is formed, that is enzyme substrate complex, and after some time, when the reaction will be completed, enzyme will separate from it and the substrate will be converted into product. So these two models were presented by two different scientists. Lock and key model was presented by Emil Fischer in 1894, and induced fit model was presented by Daniel Koshland in 1958. Here are the diagrams of both of these models. In lock and key model, you can see that enzyme have a particular specific site that is complementary for the substrate and enzymes, they have similar shapes that will fit with each other, just like a key fits in a lock. For every lock there is a specific key. Just like that, for every enzyme there is a specific substrate. This model is lock and key model. Whereas in induced fit model, Daniel Koshland said that enzymes, they do not have fixed shape. Daniel Koshland ने क्या कहा था कि enzymes की shape they can be modified according to the shape of substrate. Although enzymes are specific, but their shapes can be modified according to the substrate. As you can see in this diagram, here the shapes are different. When substrate will bind with the enzyme will change its shape. Small modifications will be made to that shape, and after the product will be separated from enzyme will regain the previous shape. So this is called induced fit model. Induced means that change के substrate के according enzyme अपनी shape change कर लेते हैं. So this model is more accurate and it is considered by more scientists than lock and key model. That's it about this lecture. Best of luck.